Please now welcome NPF Chairman of the Board, Terence Samuel.
There's some interesting stuff going on up here with this, with these notes. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I was struck earlier by Christian's suggestion that essentially the White House Correspondents Association should adopt an Article 5 notion that an attack on one is an attack on all of us. That feels like something we could all agree to. And I know the narrative is that we are in really tough times, under attack, and essentially not having a good time. I want to present to you this evening as a counter-argument to all of that. Because I will also remind you that tonight you people clapped for the AP style book. In 1996, people who had my jobs at the National Press Foundation established the Chairman's Citation to recognize individuals whose accomplishments were outside the traditional categories of journalistic excellence, but whose work had been having or is or was having a profound effect on our industry. And I think tonight we have a couple of people who meet that bill spectacularly. And so I would say one of the highlights of my first year as chairman is the opportunity tonight to recognize the vision and passion of Mitra Kalita and Sara Lomax, co-founders of URL Media. Sara and Mitra challenged the status quo, created an innovative organization designed to increase coverage by, for, and for marginalized communities. They created a network of brown and black news organizations that spectacularly changed the face of how we see these communities. URL Media, uplift, respect, and love, if you're wondering, was born at the height of the 2020 racial justice protests. It addresses the underrepresentation and the misrepresentation of communities of color in mainstream media. And one of the big problems that they faced at the outset was underfunding of media organizations that serve these communities. That is a fight that continues, and a fight that they, I think, are leading us to help win. Mitra, Sara, thank you for your vision, your action, and your devotion to making the media world a better place. It is my privilege and my honor to award you the National Press Foundation's Chairman's Citation.
We're gonna do it now?
We're doing it now. We're doing it live.
Put you in the middle. Thank you, Terence. We stand before you, one of us the daughter of immigrants, the other the descendants of enslaved Africans. And we confess it's hard to stand here and be honored for elevating traditionally marginalized voices when there are unprecedented efforts to silence those voices yet again. As we've heard tonight, the press is under attack. Our people are under attack. Our very existence is under attack. We launched URL Media in January of 2021, right after President Biden's inauguration. We stepped onto the scene with this pronouncement: we don't want the next 4 years to be like the last 400. And here we are 4 years later, engulfed in chaos, repression, and regression, under a new administration that has vowed to take us back to a time when America was only great for wealthy white men. We cannot and will not be erased. We believe that in this moment, we need more diversity of thought, experience, and opinion, not less. And you will hear the word diversity from us over and over and over again. You heard from Terry what URL stands for: uplift, respect, and love. And this is what we do, which is a bit of a revolution in the press. We uplift the voices of powerful local and national media outlets that serve communities that have been historically and systemically underestimated, under-resourced, and in many cases rendered invisible. URL Media is a network of 35 and growing Black and brown media outlets who give a voice to these communities. We also empower these outlets to build greater business sustainability by sharing content and sharing additional revenue streams. We'd like to thank the National Press Foundation and hope the spirit that resulted in this award remains intact and that our industry continues to see the value of diversity. If you ask people in countries which ended up losing press freedoms, 2 regrets emerge. One is the need to support journalism outlets financially. The other is the lack of solidarity that marked governments that headed towards autocratic leadership. Solidarity is a bedrock of our network. In honoring us tonight, you are honoring dozens of trusted messengers in service of their communities. We commit our journalism via newspaper, WhatsApp, podcast, radio station, live stream, QR codes, flyers, in English, Spanish, Bengali, and many other languages. It is worth noting that the 35 media outlets we represent tonight, and I'd like to name them: Documented, Palabra, Scalawag, TBN 24, that's the Bangladeshi network, the Haitian Times, Scroll, Sahan Journal, Native News Online, Black Voice News, Outlier Media, Push Black, the Oklahoma Eagle, Immigrantly Media, La Noticia, Pulso, and my outlet, Epicenter NYC. Sarah's gonna read you the rest.
Watch the Yard, Black Girl Times, Latina to Latina, Trenton Journal, Luz Media, Assam News, Elevate Dayton, Capital B, India Currents, The Electorate, El Tecolote, Tan TV Studios, Baltimore Beat, Parlay Media, Kansas City Defender, and my outlet, Word Radio. So I'm gonna close us out by saying that diversity is not value added and is not only good for business. It is the very fabric of this nation. It is fundamental to the practice of journalism and the foundation of democracy, and it's essential to our well-being and success collectively and globally. We cannot scrub our websites or erase keywords. This is who we are. We represent communities of color fearlessly and unapologetically. Together, we are trusted messengers and represent culturally relevant, culturally specific community media that empower and inform our people every day. We are determined to continue the proud tradition of the Black press, which was started with Freedom's Journal in 1827 by Samuel Cornish and John B. Rushburn. These were their words. "We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We believe that we are the messengers best positioned to meet this moment." So I want to respectfully borrow Dr. King's sentiment from his Selma speech for the moment in the times that we are in. Democracy dies when we refuse to stand up for justice. Press dies when we refuse to take a stand for that which is true. And freedom dies when we refuse to stand up for that which is right. So we're going to stand amid disinformation and misinformation, amid fear, amid hate, and be the messengers our communities need now more than ever. We're grateful for this award as affirmation of what we are doing right, and we hope your support remains unwavering in the days to come. Thank you so much for this honor.